everyone, you know how much I love a good clean sweep, right? Well, imagine that feeling, but for your whole life. That's the basic idea behind minimalism, and it's gaining popularity. People are feeling overwhelmed by stuff, by choices, by the pressure to always have more. Minimalism steps in and says, hey, what if less is actually more? More and more people are realizing that happiness doesn't come from a shopping spree. It comes from experiences, relationships, and feeling content with what we have. Minimalism helps us focus on what truly matters. It's about living intentionally and finding freedom from the clutter, both physical and mental. So, if you're tired of the constant chase for more, stick around. We're going to dive into the world of minimalism and see how it can bring more joy, peace, and purpose to your life. It's not about deprivation, it's about making room for what truly matters. Let's get started. So, what exactly is minimalism? It's about living with less, but it's not about being a monk or living in a white box. It's about identifying what truly matters to you and removing everything else that's just taking up space. Think of it like this. Imagine your life is a closet. It's packed with clothes, some you love, some you haven't worn in years. Minimalism is like cleaning out that closet, getting rid of what you don't need, and organizing what's left. Then you can easily see and appreciate the things you truly love.
Minimalism is about prioritizing experiences over possessions, quality over quantity, and intentionality over impulsivity. It's about creating space in your life for what brings you joy, purpose, and fulfillment. It's about living a life that's aligned with your values, not the latest trends or societal pressures.
Now, let's talk about consumerism. We live in a world that constantly tells us to buy more stuff. You'll be happy if you just had this new gadget. Or, your life won't be complete without these shoes. Sound familiar? Consumerism thrives on making us feel inadequate, like we're always missing something. It's a never-ending cycle of wanting more, buying more, and still feeling empty.
Minimalism offers a refreshing alternative. It encourages us to step off the consumerist treadmill and question our purchases. Instead of chasing fleeting happiness through material possessions, minimalism invites us to find contentment in what we already have. It's about appreciating the simple things, valuing experiences over stuff, and focusing on what truly brings us joy. It's about choosing quality over quantity and investing in things that add value to our lives.
Have you ever noticed how a messy room can make you feel stressed or anxious? Clutter isn't just about physical stuff, it affects our mental state too. Minimalism can have incredible benefits for our mental well-being. When we declutter our physical space, we often find that our minds feel clearer too. We're no longer bombarded by visual distractions, making it easier to focus and be more productive.
Minimalism also helps to reduce stress and anxiety. When we let go of the need to constantly acquire more, we experience a sense of peace and contentment. Minimalism frees up our mental energy, allowing us to focus on what truly matters, our relationships, our passions, and our purpose. It allows us to be more present and engaged in our lives, rather than being bogged down by material possessions.
Section 5. Less stuff, more savings. Physical and financial perks. Okay, let's talk about the physical benefits of minimalism. When you have less stuff, you have less to clean, organize, and worry about. Imagine coming home to a tidy, clutter-free space every day. That's the beauty of minimalism.
But it's not just about aesthetics, it's also about practicality. Less stuff means less to move, less to store, and less to maintain. And let's not forget the financial benefits. When you're not constantly buying things you don't need, you'll be amazed at how much money you save.
That extra cash can be used for experiences, travel, or simply enjoying more financial freedom. Minimalism empowers us to make conscious choices about our spending, aligning our finances with our values and priorities. It's about breaking free from the cycle of debt and consumerism and creating a life of financial abundance and security. Section 6. Minimalism in action, decluttering your life. So, how do we actually start embracing minimalism? It all begins with decluttering. Now, I know the thought of decluttering can be overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Start small.
Choose one area of your home, like a drawer, a shelf, or a corner. Go through each item and ask yourself, do I use this? Do I love this? Does this add value to my life? If the answer is no, it's time to let it go. You can donate it, sell it, or simply toss it if it's no longer usable.
Remember, decluttering isn't about deprivation. It's about making space for what truly matters. As you start to declutter your physical space, you'll likely find that you want to simplify other areas of your life too. It could be your digital life, your schedule, or even your relationships. Minimalism is about creating a life that feels aligned and intentional in all areas. Section 7. Mindful consumption. Buying less, choosing better. Decluttering is a great first step, but minimalism is also about changing our consumption habits. Instead of mindlessly accumulating things, we become more mindful about what we bring into our lives.
Before making a purchase, ask yourself these questions. Do I really need this? Will this add value to my life? Is there a more sustainable or ethical option available? By being more conscious of our purchases, we can break free from the cycle of impulsive buying and accumulate less clutter in the long run.
Minimalism encourages us to invest in quality over quantity. Choose items that are well-made, durable, and bring you joy. Consider experiences over material possessions. Memories and personal growth often bring more lasting happiness than any physical item ever could. Section 8. Real-life minimalists, inspiration from others. You might be surprised to know that many people embrace minimalism. Take Joshua Fields Milburn and Ryan Nicodemus, also known as the Minimalists. They left their high-paying corporate jobs to pursue a simpler, more intentional life.
They write books, host a podcast, and travel the world, sharing their message of minimalism and inspiring others to live more meaningful lives. There's also Marie Kondo, the queen of tidying up. Her KonMari method encourages people to keep only those things that spark joy.
These are just a few examples of the many inspiring individuals and families who have embraced minimalism and found greater happiness and fulfillment as a result. Their stories demonstrate that minimalism is not a one-size-fits-all approach, but rather a journey of self-discovery and intentional living. Section 9. Small steps, big impact, starting your journey. Remember, you don't have to become an extreme minimalist overnight. Start small. Begin by decluttering one area of your home.
Challenge yourself to a 30-day minimalism game where you get rid of one item on the first day, 2 on the second, and so on. Unsubscribe from unnecessary emails and catalogs. Before buying something new, wait 24 hours to see if you really need it. These small steps can make a big difference over time.
As you start to experience the benefits of minimalism, you'll naturally want to incorporate it more into your life. Remember, it's not about deprivation, but about intentionality. It's about creating a life that aligns with your values and brings you joy. Section 10. Minimalism. Not about deprivation, but intention. One of the biggest misconceptions about minimalism is that it's about deprivation, but that's not it at all.
Minimalism isn't about living with nothing, it's about living with intention. It's about surrounding yourself with things that add value to your life and letting go of the rest. It's about saying yes to experiences, relationships, and personal growth, and no to the things that clutter our homes and our minds.
Minimalism empowers us to make conscious choices about what truly matters and to create a life that reflects our values and priorities. It's about finding freedom from the pressure to constantly consume and the burden of excess possessions. It's about living a life that is more intentional, fulfilling, and aligned with our true selves. Section 11. Finding joy in simplicity. Your minimalist adventure awaits. So are you ready to embark on your own minimalist adventure? Remember, it's not about being perfect or following strict rules. It's about finding what works for you and creating a life that brings you joy, peace, and fulfillment. Start small, be kind to yourself, and enjoy the journey. You might be surprised at the incredible sense of freedom and contentment that comes from living with less. Go on, give it a try. You've got this.